Okay, I'm running a bit late. This week is the quickfire round. Short questions, short answers. See you at S.Chablis. Hi and welcome to S.Chablis for this new Q&A. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. In Chablis it was a special occasion as we were celebrating St. Vincent. This week is a bit different as it's a quick fire round. Quick questions, quick answer from me. Why do we do quick fire rounds? It really allows me to answer all those questions I receive all year long. So let's get straight to this week's questions. Would you close S.Chablis? Not really. I mean, the only thing that could make me close S.Chablis is if I lose the passion. Again, that's a job you have. That's actually a job you create because you love something. I mean, we can talk about S.Chablis or the consulting part. So if I was to lose my interest in wine and my interest into teaching wine or teaching other things or consulting on other things, I would just stop doing them. But that's nothing that's going to happen soon. Do you have spare wooden wine boxes? Well, you know that in Burgundy we're not too big on boxes, I mean wood boxes. So I sometimes have spare ones. The easiest way you can find out is when you come to the shop, ask if I've got a spare one. Usually I'm going to keep them for loyal customers. Do you have barrels you don't use? No. Do you have a buy X, get X free policy? Not really. No, I don't really do that. I'm not really big on doing that, i.e. buy one, get one free, or buy 6, get one free, or buy 12, get 2 free. I don't do that. That being said, for regular and loyal customers, or bigger customers, I will sometimes add a bottle just to make sure they discover something else, or I'm going to offer a tasting. So that's the way I deal with that. That being said, don't come to the shop and say, oh, you said in a video that you would offer a tasting or you would offer a bottle. That doesn't really happen like that. Usually it's for people I know who are coming all the time. Do you only sell Chablis wines? No. I mean, Chablis is quite big. Burgundy is also huge. My Champagne selection is starting to be quite big. I also have wines from the rest of France. I also have wines from outside of France and beers and spirit. So, no, I do a bit of everything, but my reason to be is really Chablis and Burgundy and not Champagne and other things. No, but mainly Chablis and Burgundy and Champagne. When is the best time to come to Chablis? I'm going to say anytime. I mean, depending if you want to come to the shop. I mean, if you like to be in the middle of a lot of people, June, July, August, September are probably the best time to come. Now, if you want us to be a bit more careful and take care of you, you can come anytime the rest of the year because we're going to have more time. Now, if you're just talking about Chablis as a whole, try and come 4 times a year. That's 4 seasons, so you see Chablis in 4 different ways. That would be my advice. Is it true you also teach at a local university? It is true. I teach at 2 local schools. Mind you, it's not really about wine. It's more about negotiation and international strategy and some other things. I also have a course on wine international marketing, but mainly other things. Nice life. Do you recall that work? I'm not sure how to see that question. Is it some kind of attack? Or is it something else? Is it just a genuine comment? Yes, I call that work, and yes, it's a nice life. Mind you, that's a life I've created. I wanted to do it, so I created the company that allows me to select wine, sell wines, consult, and teach. So if it's basically a comment saying I don't really work, I mean, please take over. And if you think that's a nice life, and that was the comment, it is indeed. And maybe if you want the same kind of life, you should create your own job. Do you love all the wines you sell? That's difficult. That's a difficult question. I select all the wines I sell. Now, obviously I'm going to like them all, or I'm going to like the style of the wine or the story behind the wine or maybe the style of the winemaker. Does it mean I absolutely love all the wines? No. Some I really love, some others I select for you. Because part of the job is to select wines, but for the customers. So sometimes there's something I'm not really fond of. I mean, that's a good wine, that's a proper wine, no imperfections, but maybe a style, and that's just based on taste, I don't really enjoy. Doesn't mean you won't enjoy it. What's your favorite wine? What are my favorite wines? That's a tough question too. The easiest way is come to the shop and I'll have you taste them. Are you English or French? I am French. I think you have an amazing job. I want to do the same thing. Good. What would you say are the best and worst parts? Wow. I mean, best part is probably you live from your passion. So you get to do something you really like, something you really enjoy. And I'm not only talking about the shop, I'm not only talking about wine, but when I teach or when I do the consulting gigs, that's also something I thoroughly love. Obviously, being in contact with customers is amazing. Now, the bad part. Administration, I would say, is rather heavy. And maybe sometimes because you're in a shop, sometimes you have customers and sometimes you have less customers. So you have to be able to deal with it. And that's why I teach and consult on the side, because sometimes you need to do something else. But all in all, I mean, in any job you're going to find, for 10 good points, you're going to find 10 bad points. The idea is for you to basically see only the good points, or maybe not really pay attention to the bad ones, because if you start thinking about the bad parts, chances are you're going to concentrate on those bad parts and not do your job anymore. So there you go. I hope that answers your questions. Remember, you can follow and even subscribe to YouTube, or you can follow S.Chablis on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. I hope you're going to have a wonderful week. Remember, keep on tasting. Bye-bye.